Hey everyone, it is Halloween weekend and it's time for story time. I have one of my favorite little tortoise friends here with me. I have an Indian star tortoise. Now, just like their name says, they come from India and they have a star-shaped pattern on their shell. They're also found in parts of Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Now this species likes it kind of arid. They live in scrublands, dry grasslands, and forest edges, which explains the patterning on their shell. Being that they live in tall grasslands, when an animal is like looking through the grasses and they see the sun shining through, it creates these shadow movements where you see bright pieces of light come out followed by darkness. This helps this tortoise blend into those grasses and avoid predators, things like large mammals and large birds. So they have very, very cool camouflage, and that camouflage even extends through their arms and even their head. So they have that beautiful pattern all over them. This is a really, really cool tortoise species, but like a lot of tortoise species, they're actually threatened. A lot of it has to do with climate change and poaching. So a lot of tortoises are taken out of the wild for illegal trade, sometimes pet trade, and then also sometimes meat market trade. So we're really doing everything that we can to help conserve these species. It helps that ones like this were bred in captivity. That way we're not affecting the wild population. And inadvertently, if the wild population ever happens to disappear, as long as we're keeping captive ones alive, once we restore habitat or create safe spaces for them, we can always start to try to return animals to the wild. Zoos mainly participate in this. It's called the SSP, or Species Survival Plan. And it's an idea of taking animals that are endangered or extinct in the wild, keeping captive populations of them and diversifying their genetics to then be able to return them back to their wild habitat at some point. So that's going on with a lot of turtles and tortoises right now, but hopefully we can save these guys because they've been around a lot longer than we have. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on our story this week called Into the Pumpkin. This is a book by Linda Franklin. I picked this book because it looked like a really fun Halloween book. And then also because this guy kind of looks like a pumpkin in a way, I figured it'd be a pretty good matchup. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on Into the Pumpkin with our little Indian star tortoise friend. Whoever you are, no matter what age, don't be afraid to turn the next page. A peek through the pumpkin, it's Halloween night, so hop on my broom and let's take a flight. The bat wings are flapping, the party's tonight. They swoop in and out and move out of sight. The ghouls are all out to set up the meeting to share their ideas for trick and or treating. It's 8 legs past 10, invitations to send. The spiders on websites to see who attends. The Whirl of the Witch, with whimsical flight, is mailing out invites of spooky delights. The black cat sits still and looks for his prey, but all I can think of is Halloween Day. They all have their jobs from morning to night. Some bring out the scarecrows and put them in sight. The scarecrow comes out, the proudest of all, will stand as the host of the Halloween ball. So many pumpkins plan afternoon tea. Their faces are carved for judges to see. Where shall the party take place for the night? In a spooky old castle with ghosts all in sight. The house is now haunted, 4 floors full of fun. It's creepy, it's spooky, and very well run. The graveyard, how eerie, fog covers the gate, and now all who enter may risk their own fate. The party has started, the games will begin. It's Halloween night with prizes to win. The cauldron is bubbling with old witch's brew. A dash of her spell will make it a stew. The raven that sits and sings out a tune, crows night songs to all by the full of the moon. I love tongue twisters, but they always get me. The skeleton dance will be a delight. They'll jig to the left and jig to the right. The ghosts all hold hands, around they do go. Their choice of this dance may win best in show. The pumpkin man flies with utter delight. He just won first place, the pick of the night. The ghosts are all flying and turning around. They're getting so dizzy they can't touch the ground. The ghosts are all trying to reach for the moon. They keep changing colors from morning to noon. Gathered together at last they have come to honor past souls with awards for some. The raven takes flight in search of his nest. He sang all his songs and now needs a rest. Fly back through the pumpkin, at home you will be. May you always remember your journey with me. Here are some of the passengers on this page you now see who have taken this journey and ride with me. So that was a really fun Halloween rhyming book. I hope you enjoyed it for this Halloween, which technically is tomorrow. But we are celebrating it today because I do my stories on Sunday. So that's just how it goes. So I hope you learned a lot about our Indian star tortoise friend and how cute he can be, and a little bit about how turtles need some help along with tortoises. So you can always look up, there's tons of turtle and tortoise conservations out there you can help to make sure that these guys stay around for a lot longer than we are, because they've already been around a lot longer than we are. So we will see you guys next time.